Today we have the refreshed 2025 Genesis GV80, and it is a serious competitor in the three-row luxury market. Now let's take a look at the exterior details first. Right up front, you actually get a new grille for 2025. That is one thing that is updated. Things are pretty subtle on this update, but this does really look nice up front. You've got a lot of grille right there. You've got these new, for the GV80, they're called micro lens array headlamps. They are LED. You've got this quad LED design where you got two on this side, two on the other, LED turn signal as well, and it just looks really, really sharp. Take a look at this matte paint color. So you can get this store green. It's a new paint color. It's a premium paint in matte or glossy. Let me know what you think. Would you go with a matte or a glossy paint? You've also got the signature Genesis blinkers on the side. This looks like a luxury vehicle completely. I mean, it looks very nice. It's very sleek. These wheels are 22-inch wheels. You've got big brakes on there, but they go all the way up to 23-inch wheels. So that is wild. Dimensionally, it's 194.5 inches long, so it is on the small side for a mid-size vehicle, especially a three-row, but it's more maneuverable. This particular 3.5 liter model with the turbo gets an electronically controlled suspension. We'll talk about that in the test drive. You also get LED headlights back, or LED taillights back here, and a really sleek design overall. Now at the cargo area, Genesis gives you the option of the hands-free, which is standard on every model, where you can just literally approach the vehicle with your key fob. I just closed it so it's not going to register. It'll beep a few times and then open. Otherwise, you can press that button to open this up. So it's a power hands-free lift gate no matter what trim level you get. And you've got a good amount of space back here. You've got over 30 cubic feet, which isn't great, but considering a luxury SUV where they don't always prioritize practicality and space, you've got good space back here. You also get a little cargo net over here. You've got plenty of tie downs. We've got a little tie down right there for a cargo net. We have a light on that side, a light on this side as well. We have our cargo cover. There's a cargo net included right here. And then underneath of here, check it out. There's a little bit of storage just right in there. And if you lift it up, there's even more storage up there. That's excellent. Lots of underfloor storage. The only thing that's not excellent is that all you get is this tire mobility kit. There is no spare tire in this GV80. There should be, but there's not. Adding to the luxury, we've got power folding seats. So both of those second row seats are power folding. This is going to open up over 70 total cubic feet. So this is a long and fairly large cargo space, although not as much as some of the more mainstream three-row vehicles that can get over 80 or 90 cubic feet of space. But still, can't go wrong with this. All right, y'all, let's take a look at the smart key system from Genesis. So if we can focus, on one side you've got these tabs to open your trunk, your alarm, your lock and unlock, basic buttons, and then on this side you've got remote start on here. You also have remote smart park assist, so you can remote start the vehicle and move it forward or backwards like you've seen in other Genesis and Hyundai products. It's kind of a gimmick, but it does actually work. It's pretty neat. So you can move in and out of tight parking spots or kind of halfway summon the vehicle to you. So smart key system works like this. You've got a sensor in the back and then this little depression right there. You can press that. It will lock. You've got power folding mirrors. You also get a Genesis logo that projects on the ground, which looks pretty nice and high-end as well. Another cool thing is that you will get the sensors on the back door handles as well. So it's not just the front doors. It's nice to see that. Now stepping inside, the lower trims, some of the bottom trims will give you leatherette seats, but this top end Prestige 3.5 liter gives us Napa leather. And these seats are nice. I just have one minor complaint with them that we'll talk about, but there's definitely a lot more to like than not to like. You've got good bolstering right here. Look at the pattern on here. I mean, these seats just look really nice. They're pretty soft as well. They're very comfortable overall. And we've got a ton of different adjustments available. In fact, we have Genesis's Ergo Motion. So you push that button and you basically have like a massage function, which I'll show you in a little bit. Starting with this small one, this is a leg rest bolster extension. That is nice. You've got your typical height and tilt recline function right here, a 4-way lumbar adjustment, and then this ring right here actually adjusts your bolsters. so you can squeeze it in closer to you if you want to. Another nice thing is we've got memory settings, and your seat will automatically move to your position if you want it to. The steering wheel is also heated. It's power adjustable as well. You've got the power adjustment right here. Very comfortable. It's a nice two-tone look. Looks great. Our seats are heated and ventilated as well. We've got 3-tier heating, 3-tier ventilation right there. Works great. Heated steering wheel. Like I said, the heated steering wheel button is right in the middle, and these ventilated seats actually work really, really well. Another cool thing on this top model, you actually get a heated, not only is your seat heated, your steering wheel heated, your armrest, your center console armrest is also heated. That's pretty bougie. The one thing that I would complain about is the headrest. It can be a little bit intrusively far forward, which is so common nowadays, but I got used to it. It's a small complaint. Otherwise, very comfortable seats. And if you push the button that I showed you, the Ergo Motion button, you can have it be on your back, your whole body, just your pelvis, off, and it basically kind of moves around as well. So it's not a deep tissue type of massage, but it is still pretty nice. We hit the settings right there. Gives us a little bit more adjustment as far as the intensity, how long it is, and we even have this smart posture assist, which can help reduce discomfort while driving. One other thing is we have power door closure. So I'm just gonna let this come down, and it will automatically close the door using the power function. So you don't have to ever slam your door. Now climbing into the second row, this is a 3-row vehicle with this setup. We've got power sunshades. So check it out. You can push the window button. You've got a power sunshade. Hit that window button back up. Boom. You can get manual sunshades on other trims, but it is power on this one. Honestly, I'd rather have manual, but it is a nice little luxury touch. All soft materials on this door panel right here as well. Another nice touch. And these seats continue to look fantastic even in the second row. Plus, you actually have power adjustments on the second row. Not a common thing. Inside, we get our own climate control back here. It is a single zone setup here. I think there is a 4-zone setup available. So 2 up front, 2 right here. But we've got single zone. We also have ventilated seats and heated seats. That's really cool. Not something you also not something you always see in a luxury segment, let alone any segment, which is really nice by Genesis. Air conditioning vents right above right there. Another cool thing is that, you know, with the comfort settings back here, you have a big old roof. You've got comfortable seats, power adjustable seats, heated and ventilated seats. So if you want to hang out back here and you want some more legroom, you have the option to move that seat out of the way with those buttons, so you can sit there and lounge and be comfortable and move that seat for more room. In addition to that, both sides give us little vanity mirrors with lights in the second row. So I mean, this back seat is meant to be lived in by the owner. I can sit up tall with plenty of headroom, even though we have this panoramic roof. The seats can scoot forward and backwards, and you can recline a good amount. So you can recline, kick back, be very comfortable back here. Legroom isn't fantastic though. My foot space is pretty good, but not great. My knee space, the same, not quite as much as I was maybe expecting, but that's probably one reason that they include that movable seat. One more little touch is the center folding armrest. Fold that down. Check it out. You've actually got decent sized cup holders right here. Pop this up. You've got a nice soft storage area, big enough for a phone or things like that. Now on the inside, this is very nice, and one big change is that you're going to find this massive connected OLED screen. It's pretty wild. But push button start is right there. And then over on the door, we've got soft materials all over the place. One thing about the interior here is that our model gives us a matte finish wood trim. You can get glossy black in some trims, so keep that in mind. And we have a leatherette instrument panel up there, so it looks really nice. It is soft. You've got this matte finish on here as well. It's just, everything looks nice. And this interior color is called earthy brown, and it's a new color, and I think it looks great. Over here on the door, first of all, everything is nice. Everything is soft and comfortable. You got a good grab handle right here. Even the finishes around like the mirror controls are really nice too. The window switches. Genesis is not cutting corners in terms of material here. It's just everything is very, very nice, like you'd hopefully expect for this price point. One thing is that the bottle holder is really tiny and really short over there. Just a small complaint. You will get a few controls over here as well. You've got nice finish even on this blinker stock where your headlight controls are. The steering wheel controls are also pretty easy to operate. So you've got some cruise control functions over here. You even have customized buttons like that one, your star button, that you can choose what button does what as well. You'll find automatic rain sensing windshield wipers, and then using your steering wheel, you can adjust basically what you see on your display. You can have this changed based off of drive mode as well. So you can have different pieces of information. So using one side of the steering wheel, you can change different information, and the other side you can kind of change what basic information you see. So depends what you want. It's not fully customizable like some big displays, but it still shows a good amount of information. And then straight up overhead, we have a head-up display as well. It's pretty large and shows you a good amount of information, including driver assist features. So that's a nice touch as well. And this is in fact a 27-inch display, this OLED screen, 27 inches. One thing that is kind of disappointing though is that the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, they are standard, but you have to be plugged in still in 2025, even with updates. So you're gonna have a cord running around through here if you wanna have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You do have a wireless charging mat, but you can't use it with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I still just kind of complain about that. I wish Genesis would fully convert all their vehicles to wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but that's just me. It is a nice system. If we go into the main Genesis menu, this is really nice. It's a nice layout. I mean, you can get to whatever you need to do. The setup gives you a ton of different adjustments and controls for pretty much everything. It's really crazy. I mean, there's so much you can customize in here. Let's say we go to lights. We have ambient lighting in here too, so you've got different colors that you can go through. You can adjust the brightness in here, and it all looks really nice. It just makes this cabin stand out even more. Another thing is that you'll find the branding over here. We have a Bang & Olufsen sound system, and it definitely sounds nice. It belongs in a vehicle like this. Sounds great. Down here, this is a unique setup because we've got, these are touch controls, but it doesn't really look like touch controls. You know, like Genesis and Hyundai, you typically have all of these buttons that are dedicated buttons, but it is touch in here. It's just a little bit interesting, a little bit getting used to. It does give you some feedback, but you still get a volume knob, a tuning knob, two big knobs for your temperature control, and everything works pretty well. One thing I like about the AC is that for auto, you have 3 tiers of automatic. So you can have it on low, you can have it on high, but still be in automatic mode so you don't get blasted if you have it on the low mode. Now down here, a couple of USB-C charging ports, 12-volt power outlet, wireless charger as well. And then aside from the touchscreen, you can control it with this. And I have noticed that this has been finicky. It's worked well in other Genesis models, but something to keep in mind is that if you just move your finger on here like this, it also moves on there. So sometimes it's been overly sensitive to where I'm not even touching the top. I'm hovering over it, and I must have some just hot hands or something because it registers like I'm touching the top of it. There's a couple of shortcuts, back button, home button, menu button, and it's kind of hard to honestly see the text inside of there. You'll know what's what when you're in here, but it's hard to see. This is actually a little fingerprint icon. It's fingerprint authentication. So it's like basically your own customized settings all at the touch of your fingertip. You can set that up once you own the vehicle. Brake hold button right here. This is your shifter, and I've mentioned this before in other models how I wish the shifter was up there and this was back here, because your hand is going to be back here a little bit more comfortably anyways instead of reaching where you're going to do more controls and functions with that. It's just me, just a small complaint. Cup holders are good size. I've got no complaints with those. You even have a little bit of ambient lighting around there as well, so that's nice. Down here, more controls. So your drive mode selector, you can lock all, you have all-wheel drive, but you can lock the differentials together, turn your auto stop start off, parking, camera, and parking sensors. Let me show you that camera. So if I go into reverse, we've got a 360 camera. We've got a regular camera, 360 camera. You can toggle between different views. Check it out. You can actually move the vehicle around like that, so you can see really, really well. Now coming back a little more, this armrest is nice and soft. It's split open, so go like that. We have, it looks really small. It's kind of deceiving because this is a small tray, but this whole tray can come out and there is some lighting in the bottom there. So that is a fairly deep tray if you want. It's just a little bit concealed. You get a locking glove box right there, which is always nice. It opens nice and soft. It's got a soft liner inside. Speaking of soft liner, we also have this micro suede headliner overhead, which also looks really nice. And then we've got this dual pane panoramic roof overhead, which looks really nice too. LED interior lighting, of course, also looks slick. It's not just your regular old bright lights, it just looks nice as well. The visor slides out, so the whole visor can cover you right there. We also have on our top model this digital rear view camera. So you can have it be a regular mirror like that, which is auto dimming, or a camera mirror where you can have perfect visibility out the back. We've got garage controls here as well. It's just really nice in here overall. Now under the hood for this GV70, the base powertrain is actually their 2.5 liter turbo engine. Gives you 300 horsepower, not bad, but not what you'd expect for a luxury SUV. But under the hood of this one, you get a 2.5 liter model or a 3.5 liter model, which is what we have right here. So this 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 gives us 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque with an 8-speed automatic. And all-wheel drive is actually standard. Miles per gallon is definitely not great, with a 19 combined MPG rating. One thing to keep in mind with this Genesis and with this powertrain is that you get a 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 5-year 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Alright y'all, we are behind the wheel of this GV80, and the nice thing is that this has the 3.5 liter twin turbo, so we've got the extra boost of power compared to that 2.5 liter. And I gotta say, it's not, you know, it's not a burner, but it does a nice job nonetheless, putting down the power, making it smooth, and helping this to not feel like such a big vehicle. Ergonomics in here while driving are good. I mean, you can touch the screen and it's not terribly far away. You can use this command controller and you can control the volume on here as well. You can seek your songs on here, so controls are easy enough. Can't complain about that. We're going to change drive modes here in a little bit. We're just starting off in the standard drive mode. But my first impression driving the GV80 is that it's just a nice blend of comfort. I think comfort is one thing. It's very quiet. It's got a smooth delivery of power, even though it's not sporty feeling. There is the GV80 Coupe, which is new for 2025. Gives you that sporty look. Kind of looks like those BMW Coupe models where it squats down that rear end. You lose some cargo space and practicality, but you just get a more coupe-like looking vehicle. Now this is a rough textured road, so there is road noise that gets in here in every vehicle, but it's still really darn quiet. This is laminated glass right there as well. That's going to help suppress the noise. And this has an electronically controlled suspension, so it is an adaptive suspension on this particular model. Not all of the GV80s get this suspension. Let's go ahead and put the pedal down. We're just in your standard normal drive mode. Pedal down. Alright, that's up to 60. I'm going to shift us into sport mode. So you've got Eco, Comfort, Sport, and when I shifted into sport mode, the bolsters on the seat started to squeeze in, which is pretty cool. It changes colors to red up here on your cluster. Pretty standard stuff. Partial pedal. A little bit quicker to respond. not even full throttle right there. I mean, that's just a little bit of pedal, but it's just so quick and ready to go. While we're driving, another thing I want to mention is this is an auto dimming side mirror over there. That's always nice. Still in sport mode, full throttle. Passing power is great. So you have good horsepower numbers. You also have great torque numbers at just under 400 pound-feet of torque. I'm going to put us back in comfort mode. I can feel the seat relax. So not only is it just your transmission, you also get more driving characteristics that change with your sport mode and your comfort mode. One other cool feature is the blind spot monitor. It's a blind spot view camera right there. So when you turn your signal on, you've got a camera that shows each side of the vehicle, just like your 360 camera. You also have blind spot monitoring in your mirror and the full suite of driver assist features with their highway drive assist, where it can change speed for you. It's your adaptive cruise control. It detects the speed limit signs. It also does a great job of centering you in your lane, not only keeping you away from leaving your lane, but centering you in your lane as well. It just does a really nice job. I've had no complaints with it. It's smooth. It works well, keeping the proper distance. The braking and acceleration is good, and there's tons of customizable settings in that screen. This is a very easy luxury vehicle to just get in and live with. It's not complicated. It's not hard to use the controls. It's a simple layout, but you still feel like you got a higher end vehicle with all the finishing touches in here, the smooth amount of good power that it delivers as well. So to wrap things up on this 2025 Genesis GV80, the interior is definitely nice. The exterior is nice. I like the little updates that they've done, especially that massive connected OLED screen. And it's just a really nice package that offers a lot. You've got a lot of features. You've got good power, a couple different powertrain options. You've got the appeal of a luxury vehicle. I mean, it's got some features and some looks that really make it stand out. And I think it's a really nice vehicle overall, especially when you look at all other three-row luxury SUVs and the price. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this Genesis down below. Have a great day.